Imagine how different your life could feel if, instead of beating yourself up, you became your own biggest fan. If those harsh voices inside could just soften just a little, what doors might open for you? Now the question is, are you ready to open up that door and see? Because I'm ready. I'm on my way in. Just follow me. Let's go. Oh yeah, and make sure to hang your procrastination up at the door and take off your excuses. You get it? Take off your shoes, excuses. Yeah. Let's go. Good one. 10 points for me. If you are here to raise your vibration and live the life that you desire, then you are right where you need to be at the Hello Vibes Me Elevation podcast. And this is your host, Crystal Jackson, baby. And I am here to do nothing more but raise vibrations collectively. We are going to live the life that we deserve. We are going to be happy, and we are starting today. So if you are ready, then tune in and let's get started. Not tomorrow, not yesterday, but right now. Welcome back. Y'all know what it is. It is Hello Vibes Me Elevation, your girl Crystal. And y'all, today's episode is one of my favorite topics. It is rewriting your inner narrative. Y'all know I'm always talking about being the hero of your own story. This is how you go from shifting from self-criticism to self-compassion, okay? That's right. So we are exploring a journey we all share, but often shy away from. And this is transforming our inner dialogue from self-criticism to self-compassion. Now, whether you're someone who constantly feels like you're never enough, or you just want to learn how to be a bit kinder to yourself, today's episode is all about learning how to rewrite the story you tell yourself. One word at a time, my friend. One word at a time. And oh yeah, we might as well go on with the thought of the day. Let's kick it off. So here's a thought to kick off our conversation. Talk to yourself like someone you love. And that is from Brené Brown. And this is a reminder, guys, that we deserve the same compassionate understanding that we extend to the people that we care about. You dig? Now, with that being said, now let's get into the meat and the potatoes. All right, guys. Our first topic is why we're so hard on ourselves. Our second is the impact of our inner critic. The third is how to shift from self-criticism to self-compassion. And then, of course, guys, we will wrap it up with the tip of the day. And namaste. Y'all know how it go. Okay. So. Why are we so hard on ourselves? Let's please start there. Because I know a lot of us are a victim to this. A lot of us are. All right. So, my friends, why are we so hard on ourselves? Why do so many of us default to self-criticism? For a lot of us, this habit stems from our past experience. You already know where I'm going with that. You already know how I feel about that. This is learned behavior or even messages from family or society. So we may think self-criticism drives us to be better, but what it often leads to is self-doubt, insecurity, and burnout. So the way I see it is, it's one thing to acknowledge something that needs to be corrected, to criticize yourself on something that needs to be corrected, okay? A little self-criticism isn't the end of the world. But when it's so much that we become hard on ourselves and we're forgiving other people in our life, we're letting other things slide in our life, but we're not forgiving ourselves, that's when it turns into something a little more detrimental, a little more dark, you know? We have to stop being so hard on ourselves. Let me tell, this is the way I look at it. And this is the way I look at life. We are all here for lessons, to learn lessons, right? We are spiritual beings in human form. And whatever it is, whatever you believe in, I'm not here to talk religion or spirituality, because I don't want anybody to miss the message based off of what I believe in. So I try to not speak on that so much. What I will say is, we are all here for a purpose. And if we had everything fucking figured out, we probably wouldn't be here. I mean, does it even make sense to be created, be birthed here on this physical plane on Earth, just to what? To work, pay bills? I'm sure there was a bigger purpose in mind. So when you're making mistakes and you're doing things that doesn't really align with you, the thing ain't to get down and get hard on yourself, is to acknowledge it and change it. You know what I mean? We make mistakes. We all gonna make mistakes. Nobody's gonna be perfect. You're gonna do shit that you ain't proud of. You're gonna do shit that you probably never want to speak of again. You gotta forgive yourself for that, okay? It is a learning experience. You did not come here with all the answers. You didn't come here perfect. Nobody on this motherfucker is full of all positive energy. They never done nothing, okay? We all have dark and light energy in us. We all have both, bad and good. You know, you can't have one without the other with anything on this earth. Anything on this physical plane, you can't have one without the other. It's the opposite to everything. It's about finding the balance, like between your shadow self and yourself. It's about accepting, okay, I made a mistake, cool, that's it. Boom, let it go. We have to be our biggest cheerleaders, because if we depend on other people to cheer for us, we will be sitting on the sideline. So keep that in mind. We don't have to be so hard on ourselves. We've got to remember that we make mistakes, and that's what we're here for. And if you really think deep, if you really want to go deep, it's not a mistake if you learn from it. It's an actual lesson. So just don't consider it as a mistake. Consider it as a lesson that you learned. And now you understand it. Now you're growing. You're going to do something different. So, I don't know. Tell me what y'all think about that. About being hard on yourself. Whatever it is, ease up on yourself. You're only human. You're not perfect. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the impact of our inner critic. The impact of our inner critic. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay, so think about how this self-criticism affects us, right? Studies show, I'm sorry, I need my music. It get me going. Studies show that people who are overly self-critical are more likely to experience anxiety and depression. And this be true. Okay, so while self-compassion is linked to resilience and emotional well-being, the reality is, y'all, a harsh inner critic can hold us back from reaching our potential. Imagine the impact if you changed that voice to one that was encouraging rather than discouraging. Instead of saying, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Oh my gosh, this is too much. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that I did that. Oh my God, no. Oh, oh my gosh, I can do this. Oh my gosh, I can finish this. Oh my gosh, this is not too much. Listen, y'all have no idea the conversations I have with myself. And this is seriously. Like, even if I'm about to say, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, I will stop myself. I say, oh my God. I'd be like, no, you ain't. Oh my gosh, I am so full of energy. I'm energetic. I'm gonna do this. I got this. And I'm not saying it's an easy thing, especially when this is a reoccurring habit. You don't just break a habit once. You have to continue self-talking. You have to change your inner voice. Your inner voice is important because if you start to believe the positive things your inner voice say, then any negativity around you, it can't affect you. And besides that, your intentions start to change, and you start to attract things in your life based off of your vibration. And if you're speaking life into yourself, then you're raising your vibration. It's a light around you. Hey, I could do this. No matter what it is. I know sometimes we get in situations, guys, and I know people, it's easy said than done. No, trust me. I've been there. I've been in dark and deep places where I had to self-talk myself out of it. And I know we're all different. I'm just saying, if you tried everything else, what is it going to hurt to try this? and just continue to do it. Anytime you start to talk bad about, not even bad, negative, you start to criticize yourself, because even you saying, oh, I can't do this, you're criticizing yourself basically. You're saying you're not good enough to complete this. Or, you know what I mean? Just change it. We got to change our inner critic to positive, you know. I got this. Shit, I could do this. Man, what? Oh, I'm going to conquer this. Oh, you think I can't? Nothing I can't do. That's what I be telling my. Oh, I can get this done. Oh, this is going to happen. Oh, I do it all that. I do it any other time. Just like I did it last time, I do this time. I mean, running a business by yourself is very stressful, guys. It really is. And I have to talk to myself a lot to get things done sometimes, because, yeah, I enjoy running this business, but when you're doing every different aspect of it, sometimes it's like, okay, I'd rather do this one than that one. But like say my email marketing, and say doing some content, video content, I'd rather do the video content right now than the email marketing. But the email marketing has to be done. So instead of me like, oh gosh, I don't feel like doing, and trust me, I'll be one to say like, no, you're gonna get this done. You're gonna at least complete this today. And then you see it feels good when you start to continue to do it. Then it just starts to come natural. Okay, so that's just a little bit of it. I jumped a little too far ahead, but we're going to move on to part 3, how to shift from self-criticism to self-compassion. Part 3, how to shift from self-criticism to self-compassion. All right, my friends. Now let's get practical here, all right? Shifting our inner narrative is going to take time, as I said before. But here are some tools that can help us. All right? First, let's talk about mindful awareness. This is where you have to be aware. And again, I speak about awareness a lot. Start noticing when you're hard on yourself. Awareness is the first step to change with anything. You have to be aware, because if you're not aware of it, you can't change it. Why are you going to change something you're not even aware of? So you have to be aware of it. Mindful awareness. Second one, challenge your negative thoughts. When those critical thoughts come up, ask yourself, and honestly, is this true? Or say, would I say this to a friend? Challenge those thoughts. Instead of automatically accepting them, ask yourself, why are you thinking these thoughts? What's going on? You know? Again, would I say this to a friend? You know? The third one, practice self-compassion. Treat yourself as you would a friend. Self-compassion, that is all about accepting your imperfections and being patient with yourself. And even it was either a blog or an episode I did on a podcast I had a while back. When I was saying start dating yourself, or no, start to love yourself again. And it was like, well, how do we do that? You start to date yourself. Just like you would date another guy or girl, start to date yourself. Start there. But right here, you want to treat yourself like you would a friend, like one of your best friends. You know, anytime something's going on with them, you got their back and stuff, have your back like that. Because if you, I know you're capable of doing it. If you're doing it to someone else, you can do it for yourself. And my final one, the last one, is to rewrite your motherfucking story, my friend. That's what I be on right there. I don't care what the story is. You know how you got some movies from back in the days. They was good, yeah. And then they come and they remake it. That's what you do. You remake that shit. In your words, you be the narrator. Write down some of those harsh beliefs that you have about yourself. And then rewrite them with compassion. Turn I'm never good enough into I'm growing and learning. That's enough. Never tell yourself you ain't good enough. You ain't good enough for what? You could do anything. You put your mind to anything. The mind is our tool. The intention we put out there, that's us. The life that we live, everything around us is our thoughts. It's what we think. It's our perception. It's how we look at things, how we view things. So if your inner critic is negative and fucked up, that's what you're creating around you. Trust and believe that, okay? So guys, those are the 4 ways to shift from self-criticism to self-compassion. I made sure that they were easy tools. Something, if you really want to take footsteps towards changing your inner critic to self-compassion, then these steps are simple to take. Like I said, I know it doesn't happen overnight. I'm not saying that the process is simple. I'm saying the steps to take to get there is simple. And just like anything else in your life, if you want something, you got to fight for it. And I know that we all fighters. Put them gloves on. Let's get this done. All right, guys. We're going to end this with a tip of the day. And namaste. And I wish everybody a positive day. Let's go on and get to that tip of the day. Tip of the day. Today's tip. Practice, catch, and replace. The next time you notice self-criticism, pause and replace it with a kinder, more supportive thought. This very small step can make a big difference over time. Remember, guys, it's called catch and replace. The next time you notice self-criticism, pause. Man, I can't do this. Pause. Replace it with, you know what? I'm more than capable of getting this done. I can do this. It's the small steps that count. All right, my friends, before y'all check out, I got a question. Have you struggled with self-criticism? And what is one thing that you wish you could tell your past self? I want y'all to drop those thoughts in the comments or share them with us on social media. And you can catch me on my Creations by Us business page or TikTok, Instagram. Check me out there. Let's start a conversation about rewriting our inner narratives. Also, if you're into astrology or tarot, numerology, I am currently just up and got my Hipsy account going, where you can book a reading. I have the promotion going on where I'm doing the big three, your sun, moon, and rising. I can interpret that, or your nodes, or your Chiron. And the promotion is a minimum of $5 donations. Let's see what else. Oh, if you want to be a guest, of course. If you would like to be a guest, please go onto the website, www.inspiredvibrations.com. Fill out the form. I would be happy to have you. You could tell your story. And also don't forget to check out my website, www.inspiredvibrations.com. And go get you a pair of that handmade jewelry I made with intention to raise your vibration. And guys, thank you for joining me on this journey towards greater self-compassion. Remember, you deserve your own kindness. So if today's episode resonated, don't forget to share it with someone who might need a reminder to be kinder to themselves too. And if you're ready to dive deep, don't forget to check out the promotions on astrology. And I will have my empowerment coaching sessions coming up in the next few months. And remember, guys, protect your energy like the Secret Service protect the president, but not who? John F. K. Yeah. And always remember, your energy is expensive. Be mindful how you spend it. And thank you for spending some of your energy with me. Namaste, my baby. Until next time, catch me on another day. Okay?